Hi there, Miranda Alt here with Keller Williams Success Real Estate and the Miranda Alt team with your Monday market update for Monday, November 4th, 2024. Thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow is election day. That is playing into our real estate market today more than I wish. So let's take a quick look at our Montgomery County numbers before we dive into what is happening in our real estate market. We had 150 new listings hit the market. We have 122 that went under contract, 122 closed sales. 47 price changes, 44 currently on the private network, and 6 expired. So that's a lot of expired. We are seeing a halt in our real estate market this last couple of weeks. We've seen a lot of people sort of hitting the brakes, waiting to see what is going to happen with the election. I know a lot of people personally who are holding off on buying cars or buying houses or just any sort of big purchases, just kind of waiting to see what happens with the election. Now, my personal opinion is that it doesn't really matter who gets elected in terms of our housing market. Both candidates have plans to incentivize sellers and buyers and try and help with the housing affordability issues. However, quite honestly, it's going to take a long time before anything really even happens, and it's going to take a long time if they can even get anything done. We have, of course, a split House and Senate and all of those things, and it's got to go through a lot of channels before any sort of policies are going to be implemented anyway. But there does appear to be a lot of people sort of sitting on the fence and just waiting to see what happens. Likely, with the election being tomorrow, we will not get an answer on who actually is going into the White House until maybe even Friday of this week, potentially even Saturday or Sunday. It's going to take some time before we have a clear picture about who has won this race. So for right now in the housing market, we're really seeing a lot of people pull back and just kind of wait. Again, we looked at these numbers, and for the last 8 weeks, we've had more new listings than those that have gone under contract. So I think that it's probably fairly accurate to assume that this is partially due to the election. I know that I looked at the new listings, and often I've said that the new listings are sort of skewed because those homes have already gone under contract, so they're sort of being counted twice with both the under contract numbers and the new listings. When I looked at those new listings this morning, that's not happening this time. There's only a very few of them that are actually under contract that were listed new and are already marked under contract. So we're definitely seeing buyers taking a step back. We've also seen interest rates going up the last few weeks. The Feds did a cut in September. In October, the rates creeped up very, very, very incrementally throughout the month. Not a whole lot, but they still were going up slightly. The Feds are going to meet this week. We will get an answer from them on Thursday if they're doing a rate cut. It is 98% chance of them doing a 25 basis point cut. Now, again, that is the federal prime rate. That is not mortgage rates. The Federal Reserve does not control mortgage rates. And so therefore, when they do the 25 basis point cut, that will lower the short-term loans. That will decrease the rates for short-term loans, but that does not directly correlate to mortgage loans. So we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe some investors might see a 10-year bond yield as a good investment, and so they might invest in that, and therefore we might have interest rates come down a bit, but we will just have to see what happens. There's lots of hope and speculation that mortgage rates will come down after this cut, but there are no guarantees on that. I am hopeful. Now, historically speaking, housing has done well the year following an election. So let's hope that 2025 is better than 2024. 2024 has been a very painful year for those of us in the real estate market. We have sold less homes this year than we did the year before, which is 2023. We sold 4.1 million homes. The year before that, in 2022, we sold 5.1 million homes, around there. And in 2021, the greatest year that we've had in a long time, we sold 6.1 million homes. So we've sold less every single year by almost a million. Now, 2023, we saw 4.1, and this year's 3.8 is the speculation of what we're going to end the year at. That's not a million less, but it's still less than we were hoping, and it was less after a hard year already in 2023. So for those of us making a living out of transactions, it's been terrible. It's been really rough, but for you as a buyer or a seller, it's been tight inventory for buyers. Sellers, it's been a seller's market, so it's been pretty good if you're a seller, but right now it just seems like everyone's kind of sitting back and waiting. Now, The good news on that is that it's actually a very good time if you are an investor or you're somebody who has wanted to get a deal. I say that relatively speaking. There may be more opportunity to get a home for a little bit of a lesser price and have less competition with buyers. If you're a buyer, now might be a good time to put something under contract. So if you're thinking about buying, I would do it now versus waiting until after the holidays, because I think after the holidays, there are going to be a lot of people that will be flooding the market. And I think 2025 is set up to be a pretty good year for real estate. So therefore, 2025 is probably going to be more competitive than it is right now. So if you're thinking about buying, I would say get something under contract now versus waiting. That's just my 2 cents based on what we're going to see, what we're speculating is going to happen in our real estate market in the coming months. So I'm Miranda Alt with Keller Williams Success Real Estate and the Miranda Alt team. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday. Get out there and vote. Make sure your vote counts. Have a great day. Bye.